So the second theory that we are going to discuss here is the maximum shear stress theory. In the previous session we discussed about the maximum normal stress theory, and here we are going to discuss about the gust and Tresca theory. That is the other name of maximum shear stress theory. How can we define the maximum shear stress theory? It's very simple. When the maximum developed shear stresses is less than the ultimate or yield value of shear stress, the material is in a safe zone. Or otherwise I can say that the condition of failure is when the maximum shear stress induced in the material crosses or greater than the yield value of shear under tensile test. That is how it is being defined. So this is a condition of failure. Now the question is, what is the condition of safe design? Then it is nothing but the tau max has to be less than or equal to tau yield, or not tau yield, tau allowable. That's the correct way of defining it. So this is the safe design condition. Now the question that we need to answer is, what is the maximum value of shear stress? If we talk it in terms of normal stresses or principal stresses, we learned that tau max is equal to sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2, or it can be sigma 2 minus sigma 3 by 2, or the other way. Among these three we have the maximum shear stress value in terms of normal stress, right? Now usually when we do a tensile test, we don't find out the value of maximum shear or the yield shear value. Instead we have an assumption that the tau max, so not the tau max, the tau yield or tau ultimate is equal to sigma ultimate by 2, or otherwise we can say that tau yield is equal to sigma yield by 2. This is a general assumption that we make when we do the design, right? Usually the shear yield is almost half the normal yield, and shear ultimate is usually half the normal ultimate. That's how we do it. If that is the scenario, how can we rewrite this? We know that sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 is nothing but tau max. So it has to be less than tau ultimate or tau yield value, which is equal to sigma yield by 2. So in other way I can say that sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 should be less than sigma yield by 2. So if we cancel these 2, we can say that sigma 1 minus sigma 2 should be less than sigma y. So even though we are talking about the yield value, here you can see all the notations are relating to the normal stress. As I told you in the previous session, we might be writing on the screen, we can see only the normal terms, but behind the screen it is actually equating to the shear stress. Okay, so in many textbooks you may find these kind of terms when we discuss about the maximum shear or maximum shear stress theory, where you will not see any kind of shear terms. Instead you will see only the normal stress. So this is how it is being used. So the tau max is nothing but sigma y by 2. These two get cancelled out, and finally we have an equation like this. Now the question is how this, or where is the location of the safe design? For the normal stress theory we have drawn a design like this. We have a region like this. Now the question is, what about the shear stress theory? What is the safe zone of design? So for that we have equations like this. Sigma 1 minus sigma 2 is equal to, say, sigma y. Now this can be the equation. And if we take a uniaxial case, I can say that it is something like this. And if sigma 1 is absent, I can say it can be written like this. That means altogether I have got 6 equations. That means it can be like the sigma 1 minus sigma 2 is equal to plus sigma y. Sigma 1 minus sigma 2 is equal to minus sigma y. I have sigma 1 equal to sigma y. I have sigma 1 is equal to minus sigma y. I have sigma 2 is equal to sigma y, and I have sigma 2 is equal to minus sigma y. This much possibilities are there. Now the question is, how can we plot this? Let's plot this and find out the safe zone of design where this is sigma 1 and this is sigma 2. You will know how to plot these four values because we have already done that. That means this is going to be sigma 2 is equal to sigma y, and this is going to be sigma 2 equal to minus of sigma y. And if I draw a equation like this, this is going to be sigma 1 is equal to sigma y, and if I draw another line like this, this is going to be sigma 1 is equal to minus sigma y. These four lines we have learned. Now the issue is this: we have to plot these two. How can we plot those? Suppose if I take the first term sigma 1 minus sigma 2 is equal to sigma y. My coordinates are sigma 1 and sigma 2. If I give sigma 2 value as 0, the equation is going to be sigma 1 is equal to sigma y. That means the first coordinate is going to be sigma 1 comma 0. Sigma 1 comma 0 is this point, sigma 1 comma 0. This is sigma 1 comma 0. This is one point. The second point is, if I give sigma 2 as sigma 1 as 0, it is going to be minus sigma 2 is equal to sigma y. I can say that equation is sigma 0 comma minus sigma 2. If that is the case, this is the point. It is 0 comma minus sigma y. Right? That means if I want to plot sigma 1 minus sigma 2 is equal to sigma y, this is how the equation line is going to look like. Similarly, if I take sigma 1 minus sigma 2 is equal to minus sigma y, I am going to get 2 points, 2 coordinates in a similar manner like this. One is sigma 0 comma sigma 2 and minus sigma 1 comma 0. These two are the points. So this is going to be 0 comma sigma 2 and this is going to be minus sigma 1 comma 0. If I join this, this is how it is going to look like. So altogether it has got 6 lines, 6 faces, something like this. So within this area is considered as the safe zone of design. This is the area within which we have a safe zone of design. So this is how we plot the zone where the maximum shear stress is valid. So within this zone everything is okay, beyond this it's not. So while designing it, we have to make sure that our design is within the field. But for the time being, don't get confused or irritated by these kind of zones. For design you need only this much information. That's more than sufficient. This much is sufficient for you for the design. Okay, this field is not required. So as an engineer you should know how the field of validity will look like. That's all. For solution part, this is sufficient, where you have to first calculate the maximum shear stress. That's the ultimate aim. And or maximum normal stress, sigma 1, sigma 2 principal stress you calculate and equate it with like this. You will easily get the value of or you can easily design the component using the maximum shear stress theory. Okay, thank you.